Hi, welcome to xmTuition, where I help everyone with their physics homework. Like yesterday, I was walking along Orchard Road when these two girls suddenly stopped me and made me explain this question to them. So this question is about a pendulum swing. So its xt graph is a sinusoidal function. We were told that the period is 4 seconds and the amplitude is 2 cm. How do we know that? Because the question says that the length of the circular arc is 4 cm. This is the equilibrium position, so the amplitude is 2 cm. If the question asked what is the distance traveled by the pendulum in 4 seconds, then the answer is obvious. It would have moved up 2 cm, down 2 cm, down another 2 cm, and then up 2 cm, so a total of 8 cm. If the question asked for the distance traveled in 2 seconds, then the answer is also obvious. Pendulum would have gone up 2 cm, down 2 cm, so for a total distance of 4 cm. And it doesn't matter whether the 2 seconds is from here to here, or from here to here, or from here to here. The total distance is always 4 cm. What the question asks for, however, is the distance traveled in 1 second. And this is a much tougher question. If the 1 second starts from here, then the answer is 2 cm. But if your 1 second starts from here and ends here, then the distance traveled is much longer, right? You can see with your eyes even. It's much longer than this distance. Because the SHM doesn't have a constant speed. So the distance traveled in 1 second depends on whether the 1 second happens when you're traveling at high speed or when you're traveling at low speed. So the question asks for the minimum distance traveled, right? So you know the oscillation is always fastest at the equilibrium position and slowest at the extreme positions. So if you want the minimum distance traveled, we should go for the 1 second centered about the extreme position. So a 1 second should start here and end here, which means the distance traveled is this tiny amount here. So what we have to figure out now is what is the displacement at this point here. So remember, one complete cycle is 360 degrees. So this is 180 degrees. This is 90 degrees, which means this must be 45 degrees. Since this graph is the sine function, we can calculate this displacement by taking 2.0 times sine 45 degrees. So this 1.41 cm is the distance from the equilibrium position to this displacement here. So for the distance traveled by the pendulum, we have to take 2 minus 1.41. See? 2 minus 1.41 gives you this one. But then it goes up and then comes down, right? That's why it must times 2 here. I'm so happy that these two students have not forgotten about their physics homework, even when they're having fun at Orchard Road. Hope to see them again. Ta-ta!